Not sure. My guide said it. I didn't see any symbols with it. And I feel it will be a success. And I get the feeling that it almost went in the bin, or it almost was discarded. Don't discard it, because I feel it will be a success. You can see that, so you understand now, Roma Wraith. I'm glad it comes together at the end. When I persevere and listen to my guide, it comes together at the end. Takes a while, but I get there. Okay, now I need to put up my list. I believe it's pretty much in line with... Okay, now I need to move Jing forward and then Horse-Drawn Portrait. So, yes, I can do... Okay. And Jing, it is your turn. And hopefully Jing pops up. I'm going to have some coffee. I need coffee. I haven't had a cue like this at the start for a long time. Now, if I could get somebody in the viewers to check the other viewers and see if Jing is there. And if Jing's not there, I can move on to the next. Oh, I made my coffee extra strong today. I knew I needed it. Jing is here. Well, Jing needs to pop up. Otherwise, it's Horse-Drawn Portrait. So I'll leave the queue. I'll leave the list as is. Because sometimes Jing goes away from keyboard. So Horse-Drawn Portrait, if you are there, pop up and say hi. Hopefully. You're welcome, Chaos Sucks. You deserve it. If not just for the handle. Hey, Horse-Drawn Portrait. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Yeah, but my extra strong coffee is really extra strong. It's like 6 shots. Oh, thank you, Horse-Drawn Portrait. We all have them from time to time. Yours was not wonderful. Oh, my heart goes out to you. We can sit in Christmas past for a while. And there are ads starting in a few minutes. So let me know if you get thrown to an ad. Otherwise, I'll keep going. I didn't have any arguments or anything happen around me. It was just a feeling of not being loved. And I feel that yours was the same, Horse-Drawn Portrait. A feeling of not being loved or considered. Yes, Corgi Duo, 6 shots. Look, that would be good, but you should have stuck to your guns and not gone. Can you understand the feeling of not being loved or not being appreciated, not being enough? It's not true, by the way, horse-drawn portrait. I just get... Oh, thank you, Corgi Duo. Oh, thank you. Yes, we're all loved. That's the weird part of it. But in the spiritualist faith, there is a challenge we have to go through to understand we are loved in the big scheme of things. But I'm talking the feeling doesn't disappear. We're human. We're spirit inhabiting a human form. And that human form still goes through those experiences. So our experience is not less valid. It's not less valid at all. And seriously, mine was Corgi Duo. Listen to this. This is the person that's trying to win me back. I've got a hard rubbish collection, which in Australia means the bulky things that need to be thrown out. Like, I've got an old couch. I've got quite a few other things that can't go in normal, regular rubbish. The person that wants to win me back used that as inspiration about what to give me as a gift. So I've just doubled up my hard rubbish. I've just doubled it up. And horse-drawn portrait, you are loved. I know you are. And I feel like it's situational as well. I feel like you may have arrived after quite a few others and were neglected to be introduced. Just let me know if that resonates, horse-drawn portrait. No, they used the hard rubbish. Corgi Duo, they used the hard rubbish for inspiration on what to buy me. So I got brand new junk. And throwing out brand new junk, yeah. It was things I didn't need anymore, so they went on the hard rubbish. Because you can't just put them in the bin. You knew all but one person, but you introduced yourself. Good on you. You took charge. Good on you. Yeah, I still get there's a feeling of being left out in the cold. And I have put the hashtag in that this is art that may contain nudity. So, tarot art. So I followed Twitch's instructions. You, in a time when you should have let loose and spoken up, you chose to remain silent for the happiness of everyone. Now, horse-drawn portrait, just let me know if that resonates. But I get that it wasn't respected. The fact that you shut your mouth wasn't respected. Yeah. I feel like there was something said where you normally would have challenged, and you chose to remain silent for everybody's happiness. And that choosing to remain silent wasn't respected. And sometimes choosing to remain silent, yeah, there you go. It deserved to be respected. And you did need to be there. I feel even though the words haven't been spoken, I do feel that you being there was a benefit to one person. It was a comfort to that one person. So just let your mind know that you being there was a comfort to one person. It was reassuring for one person. I do feel like it was your person, but how they treated I feel like you forced yourself to go through anxiety, and that hasn't been verbally acknowledged. I just want to say it's not verbally acknowledged, but I'm getting the sense that it was a comfort. Yes, to your person it was a comfort. It hasn't been verbally acknowledged. A verbal acknowledgement is nice, but that's not why we do it. If we go back to why we're doing something, and in this case you were doing it to support your person, you being there supported them. So hopefully that resonates. Prav, welcome in. Okay, so now, Jing, are you back in the chat? I'm doing okay, Prav. Haven't seen you for ages, so welcome back in. Okie dokie. And yes, I'm struggling with filling in the silent spaces. Oh, it was on that topic. They felt supported. And sometimes when we're challenged on stuff, if we look at how we respond, we can become defensive. Yeah. You thought you'd earned a single skip card. I skipped you in the queue, Horse-Drawn Portrait. There are other subs that were waiting, so I skipped you in the queue. A universal card. Okay, Horse-Drawn Portrait. I'm sorry you feel that... Okay. I'm sorry you're feeling that way, Horse-Drawn Portrait. I will do your universal card. And I will also do a... Oh, like skip attending family holiday. Oh, I get it now. I'm going to draw you another card anyway, because you've subbed all year, and I know things can get tight. Okay, Jing, wait until I finish somebody else's read, and then I'll do yours. Yeah, like a get out of jail free card. I'd love them. I'd love them. You know, that would have been a perfect gift for Christmas, is to give somebody coupons. You know, you make them up, you do your artwork, and you give them to your person as a gift. And basically, one of them could be, I choose not to attend. And Gemini Jekka, welcome in. And happy holidays to you. Geminis are the best in surviving Christmas without any... Yeah. But I did that one year when I was studying. I did it for the person I was dating. And they said it was the best gift they'd got. It was sort of like there were naughty coupons as well. But there was a coupon of I choose not to attend, no reason needed. And at the time I was doing a lot of entertaining of clients, etc. And they thought it was the best gift they'd ever got. Because they could tear one out and hand it to me. As if to say, okay, I'm redeeming this coupon now. I choose not to attend, no reason needed. I haven't finished shuffling. What am I doing turning over cards when I haven't finished shuffling? Sorry, Horse-Drawn Portrait. I'm getting distracted today for some reason. It could be that Australia had a white Christmas. New South Wales, it snowed. So, and nobody in living memory can recall it. No records on any system that go back to the 1850s, I think, about it snowing in Australia on Christmas Day. So, let's see, Horse-Drawn Portrait, what's going to come up? Oh, I need to do that one. The more energy and attention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. Yeah, you saw the story of the snow. It's usually 40 degrees in Australia on Christmas Day. 40 degrees Celsius. I think that's about 110 Fahrenheit, around about there. And it snowed in New South Wales this Christmas Day. We had a very mild Christmas Day for Australia. And yeah, snowing Christmas. It's the first white Christmas I've ever known. So thank you for noticing, Horse-Drawn Portrait. I did share it in my story. But have a look how beautiful this card is. I feel like freedom is yours if you view your energy on your intention. So your intention energy... Oh, it just rained where you were. It didn't rain where I went. It rained at my home. So, yes, it rained at my home. Yeah, it's a smack in the face for us Aussies to have snow on Christmas Day. Horse-Drawn Portrait, I get a really good feeling about this card. It's like, bring your feelings back to your intentions. What did you hope to achieve? If your hope was to support your person, I believe you did. And so you succeeded. So if you bring your focus back to your intention, I feel that will give peace of mind. You will become fearless and free. And hopefully that helps, Horse-Drawn Portrait. And as I said, I was going to do a card for you and your person for the rest of the year, which is only a few days. So, let's see. Okay. It's going to be a quiet, relaxing time. You got the Four of Roses, which is respect. So I feel leading up to New Year's, it is going to be filled with respect, calm, and a sense of just being. And I know at times that can be difficult, but for you and your person, I feel like it's a togetherness. When you can put up with each other's silence, life is good. So thank you for your support throughout the year, Horse Drawn Portrait. Much appreciated. Okay, and we have Jing next. Oh, is it full moon in Gemini? Because Gemini kept coming up in my first few reads, Corgi Duo. Gemini kept coming up in my first few reads. Now, Jing. Hopefully Jing comes back in. And I have been looking to train somebody who would dual stream with me to take the pressure off me. As I'm getting older, I need the pressure taken off me. It's 25th, 26th. Well, we're still in that energy here in Australia then. No wonder I feel you are there, Jing. Excellent. I'm picking up, Jing, that there's reassessing that needs to be done within you. I feel, look, I split the deck just for your eyes, Jing. It's the Lovers. It's a fairly cloudy day here in Australia, yet the sun got still bounced off the cards. Ah, yes, we did talk about doing a dual stream a while ago, Corgi Duo. I'm just looking to take the pressure off me. Somebody else that can read the cards and take the pressure off me. So, but I tried to train somebody and they almost came on board. I had my graduation for my development class, or one of my development classes. And I thought there was going to be somebody from that development class who would join me. But no such luck. They were young enough, but they wanted to go old school. It's like, I should actually do a development class purposefully for Twitch streaming. Yes, I know I've got wonderful readers in my stream, but in the community, I need to stream more often. It's a totally different practice. Well, you stream the way you stream. I've popped into one of your streams, Corgi Duo, and I remember the first one I popped into, your character died because I popped in and said hi. And you were so awesome about it. You were playing a game. I forget which game it was now. I'm not a gamer, so yeah, they don't stick with me. And then I learned not to say hi when I popped in. And yeah, I think the second one I popped into, you and your person were baking. And we were talking about the difference between baking methods. Italian baking methods, actually, to be specific. But Jing, back to you. I feel like it was a shooter game. Yeah, you remember that too. I'm surprised you remember it, Corgi Duo. That Yes, I remember you died when I popped in. Oh, I felt so bad. Now, Jing, if you pop back up, yeah, Italian quiz. We were discussing Italian baking. I love my Italian baking. I was taught by a Sicilian lady. So, who didn't speak a word of English. So you can learn to cook from someone that doesn't speak the same language. Yeah, I've got the Scorpio touch. Okay, Jing, I feel like you're being challenged at the moment. Can you understand somebody being harsh and saying you're selfish? Or saying it's not all about you? Just let me know if that resonates, because I feel you've got a challenge coming up. No. Okay. No worries, Cookie Joy. You go and chug your coffee, have your shower, do whatever you need to do. Ah, there you go, horse-drawn portrait. Baking can be a goal this year. I still do it, but I've sort of given up on making things fancy. I figure the digestive system does that all by itself. Jing, I feel this was a family member that said something inappropriate or something hurtful. Just let me know if that resonates, Jing. A family member that said something hurtful. Yeah, there I go. I can't change it. You're not sure about it. I feel you were in a silent situation where you just didn't speak. I can't change it. I feel it's a mother energy that said something hurtful. And the cards tend to confirm it. Yeah, I get heartbroken. I get heartbroken, pushed aside. It should be your mother. Okay. Can you understand the heartbroken, pushed aside feeling? And I feel like it's greatest fear. Okay. You can understand now, Jing. I'm glad. It wasn't meant to be hurtful. Whatever I said was, you know me, Jing. It's not meant to be hurtful. It's just the energy I get. You will recover from this, but I feel like there's a saving energy or a saving of money that needs to be put in place. And don't forget, we can choose how we respond to people's humanity. And sometimes humanity can be hurtful, and I get that this was, Jing. But I feel there's an opportunity for growth. You're stronger than anyone gives you credit for, Jing. Just remember that going forward, because I feel that this situation has caused tossing and turning at night, not being able to get to sleep. And there's also an uncertainty with standing up for who you are, standing up for yourself. It's tiring. Okay. I feel with some personal development, with some personal growth, you will find ways to combat or to respond to the negativity that is hurtful. And I do get it's coming from mother energy. I feel like you may be compared to brother. Just let me know if that resonates, being compared to brother. Yes, if it is by your stepmom, then yes. You felt that there were only two ways to deal with it, and that was to say nothing or to not be involved. I feel that there's some growth opportunities here where you can discover things about yourself, and in doing so, find appropriate ways to respond. And it'll lessen the hurt. It will actually make you free. You don't talk much. No, there's a reason why. That's what I got. There's two choices. Either have nothing to do with them or just shut up. And you don't have to do either. There is another option. And I feel like doing some self-motivating techniques will actually teach you how to respond or how to get out of those situations without feeling bad. Because I do see happiness coming, but please don't chase what looks beautiful, because I feel what looks beautiful will disappoint. It's like my pyrite here. It is actually fool's gold, is the other name for pyrite. And that's because some people were fooled that it was gold when it's actually not. It's still a metal. It still looks pretty, but it's not gold. So just remind yourself of that, Jing, moving forward, that your joy is not so much in what looks good. There is happiness coming, Jing, as I said, but I feel you need to go within yourself and look at enhancing yourself, making yourself better, and the happiness will come. I feel it has to do with family happiness, relationship happiness. I feel it's broad, the type of happiness. And hopefully that resonates for you, Jing. Because I do see it as not impacting you as much. People's negativity not impacting you as much. Okay. Now, I need to put the list up because I know there are people that have been waiting a while. Okay, Karen. Get it right the first time. Okay, here we go. And I've done horse-drawn portrait. Now, I believe Chaos was going away from keyboard. No, that was Corgi Duo. Okay, Chaos, you are up next. You're welcome, Jing. And as always, thank you for 12 months of support. You're awesome. And I believe Chaos deserves the new cards. What does everybody think? What does everybody think? Chaos deserves the new cards. Oh, sweet dreams, horse-drawn portrait. Mr. Caverum, welcome in. You can join the queue. It's ! join. Welcome in for the first time. And yes, you can ask a question. Okay. Now, I'm going to do, seeing there's an ad break, I've got time to do the blessing on the cards first. And I was going to use yours, Chaos, but turns out that the positivism deck or oracle comes with a card blessing, so I'm going to use that one to bless the tarot. Divine Spirit, I let the divine embrace me in unconditional love, and it is the embrace that I can surrender and let go. In the divine, I fully trust, even when I myself cannot see the path ahead of me. I am exactly where my soul calls me to be, in direct connection to the divine plan. And I thought that was awesome, and I didn't see it to start with, so I'm going to use that to bless my decks from now on. And it is an amazing deck too, by the way. Yeah, I loved it too. I have a nice soap collection. What is the smell? I don't have a soap collection, actually. So there you go. I must stink. I must stink. Okay, here we go. Now, Chaos, I'm picking up an energy with you of happiness, of contentedness. I feel you may have found something that resonates with your mind to get you in a good place. Tarot and hash, no, not good synergy. Not to me anyway. Chaos, if you can resonate with that, just yes or no is fine. And as I said, I'm grateful that I've got large hands to deal with large decks. So since right before Christmas. Yeah, it's like yourself. And I feel it's benefited you in more ways than you would have imagined. And I do love this deck, by the way. There's a feeling of having to have battled to get where you are, but there's also a feeling of your greatest success is yet to come. Okay. Socially, I'm picking up that there's an isolation socially. But that hasn't hindered your progress. And I love the star card here. Isn't that gorgeous? The star card in every deck is my favourite, but I won't get into why. But it is my favourite. And there's a joy in planting a new idea. And the new idea that you're planting the seeds of a new idea at the moment. They haven't sprung to life yet, but they will. And when they do, they will be successful. So I do feel that, yeah, your greatest fear is that you'll put effort into it and nothing will come of it. Okay. I do get a sense of, you won't be wasting your time or money, because I get that there's a feeling of wasting time or money. You won't be wasting either. I am picking up that there's like a morning and a dusk. It's almost like, the sense I'm getting is I used to work split shifts. I would work night and I would work early morning. So the middle of my day was my own, but I got very little sleep. And I'm picking up that there's something to do with time and your energy that is working that way at the moment. It's like a split shift. But the idea that you have, that you've planted that seed, take action. You've got 2 queens in a row. And I'm getting the impression, 2 queens and the Wheel of Fortune. I'm getting the impression that there's a Leo energy. And you've got the Wheel of Fortune and the World, one after the other. And I did shuffle this deck quite well. But there's a Leo energy as well as a Scorpio energy. One of your good friends is Leo. I feel you may team up with that good friend. But there's a Scorpio energy as well. And I do feel that you will expand on your spirituality. And you'll expand in a way that gives you freedom. You stream together. Ha! How did you get somebody to stream with? I can't get somebody to stream with me. But anyway, I do feel that you will expand your intuition. And you will do so in a way that opens worlds. And no, there is no magic to it. That's your goal. I want to say there's no magic to it. It is hard work. And Chaos, you've been following me for quite a while now. It's hard work to continually evolve. It's a never ending. Somebody says, well, how long do you have to do the class for? Anything spiritual is a never ending and progressive process. Yeah, exactly. But I feel like it may be offered, but you're waiting for the perfect opportunity. I feel you may be waiting on one person. And I want to say that's good because it's one person you admire. But just remember, utilizing your gift is a good way to start. And you've already done that. But try and get out in the world. And I feel that when I picked up the Leo energy, that was the getting out in the world thing. So try and get out in the world. Because I see you going from isolation to a balance. Yeah. But I see it going from isolation to balance. And thank you for letting me use my new cards for you. I love these cards, actually. And there's so much detail in them that I can delve into the cards. I do see the balance coming, and I feel the Leo connection has steps to take for the balance. The Leo energy around you has steps to take for the balance. I feel there may be an appearance question on your mind, as in, I get that it's more confidence related than actuality. Have confidence in how you present. Because I feel like someone knocked that out of you a little while ago, and it's been difficult to build it up. You'll get there. And also, I feel you may have booked into a chiropractor or physio to get work done with your spine, or some remedial massage done with your spine. Keep doing the work because it's obviously working. I do get success, but it's going to be like planting the seed and letting it grow naturally. There you go. Get something booked. I feel the relief will be well worth the time spent. And I get that, yeah, well worth the time and money spent. I felt like a doctor will be able to tell you what's needed, but I felt more like a physio or a remedial masseuse. But there we go. That's the new cards. Woohoo! They got bought out. Yay! Yes, doctors are always more knowledgeable because they get to examine you. Oh, thank you, Chaos. They are pretty. I love artwork. And most people who have joined the stream will know that I love art. And the way some cards are artistic. There's different types of art too. There's abstract as well. Which I do have the Thoth deck, which is very abstract, but I don't tend to vibe with it as much. And yep, I've got to put the list up because I think I skipped over Corgi Duo by accident. Yes, oh no, I didn't. There we go. I've done Horse-Drawn Portrait. I've done... Okay. Nectar Knot. If you're still in the viewers, you are next. No, I haven't skipped you. You're still there, Corgi Duo. So you're back from being away from keyboard? Okay, I don't feel like Nectar Knot's there. No. Nectar Knot has gone. Well, then it's you, Corgi Duo. Ha! And I was doing my dishes this morning, and this is how vain I can be. Now, I can be vain. Okay? My nails at the moment are really, really, really long. I don't know if it shows up on the camera very much. There's a lag. It's probably my end. No, mine's looking good. So I'll bear with the lag. But my nails are really, really long at the moment. Ultra long. If I just show you that, you can see how long they are. And I was doing the dishes and I could feel one sort of breaking. And guess what I did? I stopped doing dishes. I was vain as. You're on your laptop. Good. Let's get going then. Yeah, I don't usually, if they're going to break, they're going to break. I'm not one of those ones that really worries about it, but today it's like, oh, no, I'm going to stop doing the dishes. So maybe I'm taking a little bit of a vain thing that's never worried me before. I don't know. Okay. Corgi Duo, when I tune into your energy, I'm getting a puzzled feeling as if someone's behaviour has you scratching your head. As in, what? Just let me know if that resonates, because I haven't picked that up with you before, Corgi Duo. You're not sure? Yeah, my behaviour. I feel this could be a manager type person. I feel their ego or their vanity has taken over for a little bit. When I put it that way, I believe you'll know who it is. Okay. Can you understand your person being a bit more vain than usual with their work attire? Or yourself? Take it how it resonates. There you go. Fancy for holiday parties. Okay, that's not very evidential. I forgot it being Christmas. I'm trying not to think of it because, yes, Christmas just weirded me out this year. Okay. And you and your person, who's the white wine drinker? I'm getting like Pinot Grigio or Pinot Gris. No, it wasn't the snow. It was, I just felt a void. The whole Christmas season, you drank red last night. Not white. Okay. I'm going to leave that with you because I actually saw the bottle and it was either Pinot Grigio or Pinot Gris. I would love to say, oh yes, of course it was Pinot and it was red. But no, I have to stick with what I get. I was actually shown it. So keep an eye out for it. I feel there's been some debate within family. Debate might be too strong a word. Intense discussion within family as to what is right and what is wrong. Okay. I feel there's a Scorpio energy interfering with the mix. And I feel it has to do with you and your person. But it's like there's been really strong discussion. You're not sure about that. Then it's within your person's family. Can I ask your person's brother? I don't even know if your person has a brother, but it's like time stood still for that person. He has two brothers. The brother where time stood still. It's like they haven't modernized. They haven't modernized their thinking. I do feel like your person stood up for you. Yeah, Ace of Cups. There we go. Yeah. As you know me, Coggy Duo, I am a person-oriented person. I don't look at the pronouns. Even though here in Australia, people are putting pronouns on their emails. You know, at the end of the email, they put their name and pronoun. I haven't even done that. Call me by my first name and I'm happy. But I'm picking up that someone's overflowing emotion is like stuck in a time warp. It's connected to the stuck in a time warp. And when I say that it's in a good way, I feel your person is, and I know you're non-binary, but your Aries is actually starting to understand. And there's a peaceful there's a peacefulness that comes with it. I am picking up that you are being prideful at the moment in terms of wanting to contribute yourself. And this has required you to save money in order to achieve it. In order to equally contribute. And I think I did this before Christmas. It was like, there's no need to compete. It's like everybody has a different skill set. Yeah, I'm getting more in general, Corgi Duo. And I do feel your person standing up for you. If you can understand the brother, you may not have been witness to it, but your person did stand up for you. Or your Aries did stand up for you. And I know you said you're self-employed, but there's a giddy energy with employment at the moment. Okay, sweet dreams, Gemini Jekka. There you go. Your person sorted it all out. You're going to have a fun time in 3 days. It's an excited, I want to jump into it energy. And I feel like this excitement has been a long time coming. Yeah, but I get the kind of scared, but it's not kind of scared. It's nervous energy. You've got temperance. So to me, temperance is very much like just let the waves flow. Because I'm picking up that you've had to stand your ground. And I feel like it may have something to do with standing your ground with a professor. Or with an elder. You are good enough to be accepted, Corgi Duo. It's whether somebody else is wise enough to open their... wise enough to open their eyes. I know there's going to be somebody wise enough to open their eyes. But I feel like there's a lot of emotion connected to the master's thesis proposal. And now's the time to disconnect. I don't think I'm making sense when I say it that way. But yeah, I feel that the topic of the proposal you're emotionally connected to. And there's a need at the moment to step back from that emotional connectedness. Having done my thesis program, I know that professors and deans of universities will actually tweak. But I feel you're emotionally connected to the whole. And just understand, when you become a professor or tenured, you then get to do your own. You're still in the process of writing the statement of purpose. I can get the emotional connectedness. I get the emotional connectedness. From what I have here, address ethics. I know you're writing your proposal, your statement of purpose. Address ethics in it. I feel it will open doors. And I feel you may have already got to that point. Because having done it, I know that ethics is huge, but also applications is huge. Yeah, hit it over the head. Well, even if you acknowledge that ethics needs to be addressed, need its welcome in. Yeah, but acknowledging that ethics needs to be addressed. A lot of people skip over that thinking they don't need to put it there. Emotional connectedness. Okay. And you've got the star card. And the star card in this deck is just as nice. Is it the star or the moon? Roman numerals confuse me. It looked like the star card to me. So I would say success. Yep, ethics needs to be addressed. Well, the bell you heard was actually my ding-dong clock going at 4:30. I've only just wound it and I didn't check the time. But it was freaky. It was freaky. I do get success here. I don't know whether it's the same in Canada as what it is in Australia, but working with children, there's actually a whole department, government department, dedicated to anyone who works with children. And you have to get your working with children certificate. But I'm excited about this. I'm excited about this. And yes, I found out recently, after reading the Twitch thing on artwork and nudity, I actually worked out that they no longer allow anyone under the age of, I think it's 13, into certain parts of galleries, art galleries. Whereas I can remember as a kid going through art galleries, and yes, apparently we can censoring art galleries. The nudes have to be in a certain section. Society's gone too far. We're treating people with cotton gloves as if they're too precious for anything. But to me, the reality of artworks and the majesty of artworks is what got me into art. No, Twitch didn't start it. It wasn't until I read Twitch starting it about the artworks in tarot that I realised through looking at local policies, I believe it's 13 or 14 they're allowing into the nudity part of art galleries, but it used to be that any child, as long as they were accompanied by an adult, could access all art. And I'm thinking, I know the statue of David's only tiny. The real statue of David is only tiny, tiny, as in this tall. However, there's replicas all over the world. It's like, yeah, the UK did a fig leaf during the 1800s. It may fascinate you, Coggy Duo, to know that that part of the real statue of David broke off and got lost. So it's been added. It's been added. So somebody may have, somebody may have had a bit of an imagination that size matters. It doesn't. You can create a wand, a massive wand. If it doesn't do the magic, it ain't no good. So that's my saying on that one. But yes, the real statue of David isn't that tall. How is it if I worded it that way, Cookie Duo? The real statue of David isn't that tall. Okay? I have the brand new positivism deck. Sign of the Times. I can't understand why my tongue can't get around that today. So it's your choice, Corgi Duo. I know it's a dilemma. Sign of the Times. Okie dokie. Everybody seems to like Sign of the Times. The new deck is very, very new. I haven't had a chance to bless it yet. So, yes, this is probably... Using Sign of the Times is better. Because I would have to go through the whole blessing situation, etc. Okie dokie. That's interesting. Just as I'm shuffling this, I saw the keys at the bottom. I feel like you may be moving back into your place. I feel it may have been delayed for some reason. Yes, moving back into your place. That's only what I was getting while I was shuffling, so... If not, there's moving going on. Was the sublet delayed? There you go. But that's not what I'm getting. I'm getting new keys. Hello, No Remorse. Haven't seen you for ages. Welcome in. I'm getting new keys for some reason. Whoops, the daisies. And no, I don't take cards that flip out. It's just my hopeless shuffling. And it was synchronicity. So if it's meant to come out, it'll come out. There you go. And the synchronicity card actually has the door. Okay, yield, patience. I feel like in reaching your goals, you've had to let others have theirs. And it's almost like you're waiting for somebody to recognize your goals. Sorry, I'll put the card where it can be seen. There you go. You're waiting for somebody to recognize your goals because it's been like a priority hassle. There you go. There you go. And I'll put that deck there just so it's on stream and people can see why I don't often show the deck. Because it's real optical illusion. But I feel like it's been a case of having to prioritize, not a case of malicious prioritization. How come I can say that and get stuck with positivism? There, I said it then when I don't need to say it. Yeah, I do feel like it's a case of prioritizing and it's needed to be done. But the patience you've shown will actually create benefits. And I feel like there's Kogijiro within your either living arrangements or your person's living arrangements. There's a tree that needs to be cut back. There's a tree that needs to be trimmed because it's cutting off sight from somewhere else. It's stopping the view for something. But let's see what Crystal Banner has to say about this. And yes. Then one of them needs to be removed. It's causing damage or preventing something. Anyway, if they're all dead, something needs to be removed. And I get why you're laughing now. Snow. It's okay. Australians aren't used to a few months back. Okay, I can live with that. And Crystal Banner says about this card, the yield sign is a reminder that it is necessary to slow down and sometimes even pause temporarily. This card is a message of patience and observation. It is a reminder to take your time and proceed when the coast is clear. The yield sign is clearly visible on this card, but there is heavy foliage surrounding the sign, potentially obstructing the view. This represents the need to have patience for ongoing situations in your life, since you may not be able to see the big picture. Although it can feel like different situations have caused you to wait, the pauses you may be experiencing have not been in vain. Yield signs commonly appear when you're traveling from one place to another. So this message is particularly important when moving into different phases in life. Remember, patience is not punishment. Timing plays an important role in your current experiences. The extra consideration taken now will ensure you move forward in the most strategic and successful way. Slow down. Do not force a situation, and divine timing is at play here. So that's interesting, considering you're moving into a bigger phase of life. It's interesting. It's like divine timing is at work. Do not force anything to come out. And anybody who's in the chat that's had to write a proposal or write an essay, whatever, the more you force things to come out, the less fluid the end result. So it's important to stop and take a breath, to stop and, yeah. Then, so it has taken that time. But, yeah, when you force things, as in almost reach down your throat to grip it out of your stomach, sometimes the flow is interrupted. So take a breath, stand up, walk around, and then go back to it with fresh eyes. There you go. Just make sure to stand up, take a breath before trying to force something to happen. And hopefully that resonates for you, Corgi Duo. You're welcome. And thank you for your support throughout the last 12 months. I know it's been a rocky 12 months for both of us. Yeah, look out for the white wine, but the white wine was actually Pinot Grigio or Pinot Gris. So I can't even accept just white wine. It was a specific one, which is really weird for me to see that clearly. Lightseeker, welcome in. I've had to close the queue. I'll get there. Sommelier. Ah. Yes, you might have them. Snowkai, welcome in. As I said to Lightseeker, I've had to close the queue. I might just see how I go and take a break and then come back. But also I might get through the queue quick because people... I figured that's what you were talking about, Corgi Duo. In Australia, we just call them wine snobs. Snowkai, I'm not sure how it's going to work today. My Tune-In Tuesday has turned into a Tune-In Wednesday. I'm going to need to take a break for self-preservation. Oh, Corgi Duo, thank you for the little bits. I love my little bits. I should call them big bits, shouldn't I? I just love them. You go write your paper, Corgi Duo, and best of luck with it. Because it's a great idea. It needs to be done. It needs to be done. And now, let's see. I did do a next. So, Spirit Loves Peak. And I think I've lost Spirit Loves Peak. Or Spirit Love Speak. See? Handles are sometimes a bit confusing. Okay, no worries, Snowkai. As I said, I could get through the actual queue quicker than anticipated. See, DeLuca, you are up next. And see, DeLuca's still there. Good. Okay, see, DeLuca, it is your turn. And you should... There you are. Good. I'm picking up an energy of what just happened. You know, as in WTF. It's like things took a strange path. And I want to say over the last week. See, DeLuca, can you relate to that? No, I want to say planned. Things that were planned took a very strange turn. And it wasn't about changes. It was the usual became Twilight Zone stuff. I don't know a modern way of saying it other than going back further and saying Alice in Wonderland. Or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Trust me, my house was a bit like that. It wasn't about big changes. It was more about things going a bit nutty. As in... not really. I'm struggling with my words today. I have been ever since I started streaming. Unlike me. Sometimes I get tongue-tied, but I'm struggling to find the right words. No, my guide said stick with the cards. Can you understand somebody being direct about the topic of love? And I feel around you. Yeah, I know it's a busy week because of Christmas, but I'm picking up this as close to home. And someone was more direct and specific than usual. I feel you do know what I mean. I feel the person concerned, either yourself or them, was Aries. I do feel like people weren't understanding that it's a blur for you, as in the time was going particularly fast, and it was as if you were standing still watching everything else go fast. Okay. It could be Taurus with the stubborn and controlling type energy I was picking up. Yes, it could be Taurus. You understand about time. Yeah, that's the weirdness that... But there's something emotional about now. And I do feel that... I know it was only 2 days ago that was Christmas for me. But I do feel like the emotions played a part that reached into every aspect. It's almost like your heart felt divided by something that happened in the past. And it's almost like there's memories, it triggered memories. To the point that you're not sure whether it's intuition or reality. I do have to say, from what I'm getting, I feel like it's neither intuitive nor real. I feel that it may be fear-based. Okay. There's a complicated... I'm glad you know what I'm talking about, because I didn't want to go into too much detail, because to me it's really private. Really private. But it's like getting caught in a web at the same time. It's like you couldn't escape it. Okay. I get this feeling of floating on a cloud. You did miss the old memories. Ah, there you go. No, the old memories that tug at the heartstring, that's what I got. I do see things coming about in a return way. I know you're saying things aren't what they used to be, but I feel like there is a return. And there's a return to old promises. I feel like you may have made promises to each other, or at least set in place, what are we going to do if things change? And I feel that it will be brought up. I feel it, and successfully so. So I do feel like there's a return. It's like getting caught up in a routine of conveyor belt stuff. To me, it was more like getting caught in a routine of conveyor belt, like have to do's in an assembly line. And things becoming normal as they are now was just getting caught up in a routine. And I do feel like you and your person have made each other a promise that there we go, if this was to ever happen, that you could bring it up. And I feel like it is something that needs to be brought up, and it will be brought up successfully. And would I be right in saying the last 3 to 7 months have been difficult? Okay, it is going to change. And it's going to change happier. Yeah. I feel like there's a happy change to it. And as long as you can understand what I'm saying, C. DeLuca, I'm not going to be more specific than that. I see a successful, happy change. But I got the last 3 to 7 months have been very difficult. But there's a happiness that you still have. And I feel showing that happiness will actually help move things forward. Yeah. And I feel like one of those things was someone started a new job. So if you can let me know, C. DeLuca, whether that resonates with you, that someone started a new job or got a promotion. Hopefully that resonates. Started more side jobs around the house. So more work. I do see that those side jobs have been progressing and there's now time to reflect. But I do see it starting to return. But for some reason I see it's you actually making that effort. It'll be received well and reciprocated. That's what I have to say. But there is some effort there. Well, pop back in and let me know, because I'm not going to go into more detail. And you know why. So, but you can also feel that the change is now. It's like you've ticked off boxes. And hopefully that does resonate. Okay. Yeah. I can understand that fully, C. DeLuca. You don't know why. No, I couldn't pick it up on the why. Ask questions. Ask the why questions. If you see someone in your life doing something that you don't understand, ask the why questions. Because I just got shown why written in my mind's eye. So ask the why questions. I feel that is something that's missing. And Lady Pallas Athena, you are up next. Oh, man. You're there. Yay. And yes, it's been a Q plus. A Q plus. Now I do have to just get this one thing sorted out. Okay. Yeah, Ask your person the why questions. If they're doing something that occupies their time, ask why. If they're watching a television show, for example, ask, what is it about this that piques your interest? Yeah. I've just given an example. So, like if they're watching a particular television program, ask, what piques your interest about this show? Or if they're doing something some way, ask them, why do you do it that way? And you'll find that those why questions will actually open the other person up. Okay, Lady Pallas Athena. Can you understand a feeling of being overworked? Lady Pallas Athena. And you're welcome, Cedar Luca. So you can't understand a feeling of being overworked. A bit previously, I feel a mental exhaustion, as if, am I coping? And it's like, yes, you are. Now, currently, no. Okay. But can you understand asking yourself the question, am I coping? Mental exhaustion to me is a bit more than just tired, because mental exhaustion can lead to being overtired. So when you put your head on the pillow, mentally your mind is still going and it's harder to fall asleep. But you are coping. So stop questioning physical body hurts and yes, hard to fall asleep. I can understand that that's what I was picking up. So Lady Pallas Athena, I'm going to turn over the cards. You feel like you're not coping, but you are. There's someone that sees you as successful, nurturing. You're looking further afield though. It's almost like you haven't had that recognition of the nurturing. I feel this is, I want to say, work related. You haven't had recognition of being nurturing, of being successful. And so you're starting to look further afield. Okay. It's not where you saw yourself. You don't feel so personally. I can understand that. I'm feeling like life path is not where you saw yourself. And to be weirded out, it's like pigs flying backwards. It would have been something that you would have said, oh yeah, if pigs fly backwards, I'll do it. Yes, others do think you're doing well at work, but nobody is saying anything, and this has got you in a pickle. I feel there's, again with the Gemini, somebody told me it was Gemini moon was the last couple of days. I feel that that is impacting you now, where it's almost seeing like polar opposites. Okay. I went into a career where you're a Gemini. Okay, there you go, Lady Pallas Athena. You'd be feeling the moon much more intensely than any other sign, I would say. But I went into a career that was high demand. And my boss eventually said to me, rising Aries and Virgo moon. That makes sense. Okay. My boss said to me, if nobody says anything, you are doing perfectly. In high demand, high pressure, those jobs that people want, if you're doing well, nobody will say anything. People will only speak to you if you're doing something that is not up to par, meaning that is not adequate. So just keep that in mind, that if people say nothing, you're doing okay. People only come to you when there's something not going okay. And what makes sense about it, I can explain. The Gemini, if you look at the Gemini, there is the little symbol here. To me, that's Virgo. And you've got the King of Pentacles, which is Virgo to me. So your emotions are held within that Virgo essence. And it motivates your concerns. In Australia, we actually call the rising sign the ascending sign, because it's actually what brings us down, but it's also what motivates us. So the Virgo energy can be dragging down, or the Aries energy can be dragging down, particularly with Gemini. Mars rules Aries and Scorpio. So you will find at the moment, Aries and Scorpio are not gelling well with the Gemini moon. But you being a Gemini sun, it fits perfectly. So, moon is emotion. So, there you go. There's a feeling of deserving a pay rise, or a pay rise due, as in a certain number of months have passed, therefore there's a pay rise due. And yes, you are right, it's just been delayed because of ticking boxes. I feel your personal life and professional life are polar opposites at the moment. And it has to do with the Gemini moon. Your personal life, you feel your personal life seems to be going okay, but you don't feel it is. Or the other way around, actually. You feel your personal life is okay. Your work life you don't feel is okay. There's going to be shifting, and that's uncomfortable. If you can understand that, Lady Pallas Athena, that the shifting is uncomfortable. And there you go. There's the sun and the moon. So you've got Gemini in both. Can you see the sun and the moon at either side of the Temperance card in this deck? I love it the way my guides choose the right decks. Yeah. I feel that the worry will pass. So just remind yourself that nothing in life is permanent. We go through, life is like a roller coaster. We go through ups and downs all the time. It's just some ups are more scary than others, and some downs are more scary than others. But as a human being, we go through them all the time. Because I do feel that there is a shift. And it's your ability to communicate with others that's going to shift it. And you've got the Star card. Perfectly positioned for your future. Yeah, I get the always scary bit. Because, believe it or not, Scorpios aren't a fan of change. But with your rising being Aries, Aries doesn't like change either. No, you are communicating well. It's your communication skills that are going to see you through. And remember this, it's not always a want to win. Aries can be quite fixed. Aries wants certainty, so they want that feedback. And that's the Mars ruling Aries, needing feedback. Yeah. But your communication is going to see you through this. So understand that this is just a phase. And it's scary at the moment. Understand it will pass. The roller coaster will shift and either start to climb up. Yeah. You can never control. It took me a very traumatic event in my life to realize you can never control anything in life. Feedback's nice and certainty is nice, but we don't have that control. And remember, that's your Aries rising up. So hopefully you'll be able to overcome that. Because I do see it as being temporary. This feeling that you have is temporary. Not the job. Don't read things into it. Yeah. I know you can overcome it, Lady Pallas Athena. I know it. You can overcome it. Okay. Oh, you deserve people to have faith in you, Lady Pallas Athena. Prav, you're up next. You're welcome, Lady Pallas Athena. Thank you for your support. Now, okay. Prav, I feel you may have an actual question, Prav. If you do, type it in. I am picking up that there's unhappiness there. Something's happened to make you unhappy. Just a yes or a no. And remember, if you get thrown to an ad, let me know. Looking for a change of job now. Okay. Yeah, really unhappy. I feel the unhappiness has only mildly got to do with job. Only mildly. And remember, we've got a choice. We can choose to be happy or we can choose to be sad. Both are hard. It's your choice. I know that's deep and very philosophical, but it is true. We do get to choose happiness. But Prav, I feel your situation's much more complex. I feel you may have internalized letting someone down, or someone has let you down. Okay. I feel that your change of job is going to happen, but I do feel it won't be sequential. I feel there'll be a gap in the middle. And I do get the caring professions. I get like physical therapy or physical helping. You'll leave one job before you've actually got the next. There'll be some time in the middle. I do feel like it's in the physical helping profession. You're in marketing. Okay. Then what is it about? Okay. If your current position involves you being at 2 different locations, I can understand why the cards are saying that. If you're in marketing, your company has 2 different locations that you work from. Okay, that's why I'm seeing the movement. I see that your desire would be to start your own business, but it's competitive. I feel like jumping in and starting your own business is a risk. I feel like you may take that risk, and that's why I'm seeing a gap. I don't see it as being the most wise choice, but I do see it as being a choice that you have. And hopefully that resonates, Prav. And thank you for popping back in. And I feel like the unhappiness relates to... Mark, thank you for the sub. You're next, by the way, so hang around. No, that's okay, Mark. You're next. Hang around. You're welcome, Prav. But I get the unhappiness has to do with something that's stressful about 2 offices. And there's pressure. So I'll leave that with you for now, Prav. Now, Mark. Okay. Thank you, Prav. All the best going forward. Okay, Mark, you're up. And I hope you haven't disappeared because the bot told you the queue is closed. Okay, yep, there you are. Okay, Mark, you'll read now. And yes, everybody else in the queue, knows, or hope they know, that Mark's been popping into sub and then disappearing. So I'm going to do it straight away. But I feel like that's because of success, Mark. I'm picking up that there's been success. And I feel like it's philosophical in nature. Just let me know if that resonates, Mark. Success with philosophy. And obviously, it does. Okay. I feel like it surprised you. Even though you were the one that did it in the first place. Why should it surprise you? I want to say it's made all the hard work in the past seem fruitful. It's almost like suffering has led to happiness. I feel there may have been a separation of people or a disconnect of people out of your life that made you look at things deeply and in a very philosophical way. Okay. There's more success coming that you... Oh, that... There you go, Mark. There's more success coming. I'm seeing a book here. And it's almost like thoughts have been written down. I don't feel they've been mapped out. I do feel that you're allowing yourself that healing time before moving on to another big project. You feel stabbed in the back. But instead of letting that feeling take over, you've fought that feeling. Continue to fight it because I feel there's strength in you. Your next needs it. Mark, fight that feeling. I do feel that the path it's taken you on is, I almost want to say, a higher calling. And this is why I say there's never anything negative. We might go through negative situations, but they quite often direct us onto a better path. And I feel like this is what's happened with you, Mark. It's directed you onto a better path. I do feel like there's been rocky times, and there still is. It's almost like it's like software that doesn't talk to one another properly. There's always a little bit of a miscommunication in the middle. I'm getting like a Taurian energy here. I don't know whether you're Taurus, But it's like there's a determination here to make it work. And I feel this energy is going to be coming into your sphere very shortly. Very soon this energy is going to be coming in. Otherwise it's within you and you're just working out the technical kinks. Because I feel like there's two pieces of software that don't talk to one another. It's going to make you happy. And I feel that once you get these kinks worked out, this situation worked out, you will be able to rest and... a Taurus. There you go. You're meeting at the end of January. I get success. You may have to wait, but I get emotional success. And if she's the Taurus, there's determination there that... And when I say determination, I mean stubborn determination. Nothing gets the better of this person. They're so determined, so focused. They may even work in legal situation. They may even work in the law. But just know you will be successful. It's like your path has been redirected, but there's still success. She's a lawyer. There you go. I'm done now, aren't I, Mark? And finally I got to read for you. You keep popping in and subbing and I don't get to read for you, but finally. Well, just... Oh, thank you, Mark. Mwah. And bless you. Bless you for your ongoing support. And just let this person talk. I feel that's a better way to go. Let them steer the conversation. You're worried about what to talk about. Let them steer the conversation. Oh, thank you, Mark. Pop back in and let me know how it goes, even if you have to interrupt a read. Because you come in and just sub and then go. But I see this as being good. See? That good. It's like got lotuses which are rare and only grow in mud. And it's got a cup overflowing. And a dove. How pretty. Yay! Yes, pop back in and let me know. But thank you so much for your support, Mark, throughout... Well, it's now 2 years with you, Mark. So thank you for the last 2 years. I'm not going anywhere, by the way, so... As long as the electric bill gets paid, I'll keep streaming. And Needutz, you are up next. Oh, thank you so much for your ongoing support, Mark. And I know you have your own channel, so I'm going to give you a shout out. There we go. Okay. And let's see. Next is Neesdutz. And hopefully Neesdutz is still in the you are. Yay. That's okay. Needs I tune into your energy first and then turn over the cards. When I start to tune into your energy, I'm getting feelings of guilt. Can you understand feeling guilty over something? And we all feel guilty from time to time. I feel guilty that I didn't do as much this Christmas as what I usually do. But, yeah. But I feel your guilt goes deeper. I feel you may have rushed something. And there's someone you're connected with that feels disconnected from you at the moment. And I have to say at the moment. And take that as vice versa as well. Okay. Let's see what the cards have to say, because I feel there's a past situation that you're hanging on to. That, you know, when we can have friends from our past that just the two of us was enough. And then we're disconnected from that person, and all of a sudden we've got to find another language to communicate with the whole world. Okay, there's the guilt. I feel that action has fallen on your shoulders. And the one good thing, like saying it in that way is the way I'm picking it up from you. But I actually get that in a positive way, as in the choices going forward are yours to choose. I do feel there's guilt over a physical connection. But the choices going forward are yours to choose. And I feel you will do so with honesty and integrity. So hopefully, Neestoots, that resonates with you. Yeah, guilt over a physical connection. I won't go into it too much more, other than to say there's a guilty pleasure. We all have guilty pleasures. But I do feel like it's a past situation. And moving forward, is your choice. I like the merci. Merci. Well, I'm getting that the moving forward is your choice. Neestoots. You can take it as dirty as what you want, but it wasn't meant to be dirty. Just know that, yeah, your future is your choice. And I don't get that you're disconnected with everybody. Because I feel like there is one special person. And in that sense, I feel you will do right by them. And hopefully that resonated. Okay. Now let's see. Next is queue is empty. Okay, Light Seeker, if you are there, please pop up. I can do one more read. And I don't feel Light Seeker has hung around. Nope. Just for those left in the chat, I do have a YouTube channel. The link should be up there. And I've had requests to talk about how to tune in, how to develop intuition. And I thought I would start a series on my YouTube channel. Because I tried to do it in just chatting, but it didn't seem to go off very well. And yes, I have to reassess, just like everybody. At some point, I have to reassess. And that's where the reassessment has got me. Okay. And let's see. I think I know. I'm just going to have a look to see who's live. Okay. Here we go. And I shall see you on Tuesday in the new year. So everybody party safe. And wishing you all a safe, healthy, happy start to the new year. And great big cyber hugs. Just to start the new year. Let's sit up straight. Let's sit forward.
get the cake crumbs off of me. I should probably brush my hair because it's like super like I haven't done much with it today. Well, thank you so much again for the raid, Karen. It's always a pleasure. So how many people do we have in the queue? If we have a mod here, Athena, my love, can you pull the queue, please? Or anybody can pull the queue, actually. So if anybody wants to get in, ! Join. Thank you.